The first officer in the Freddie Gray trial, one Mr. William Porter, has had his trial in a hung jury, which means it's a mistrial. Now, this means that the trial may or may not be tried again. And it also means that the jury was not able to come to a decision. What it probably boils down to is a racial thing, because you have a jury that is not all one race. You're going to have mostly white folks that say that the officer was innocent, and mostly black folks that say the officer was guilty. Because the white folks are looking at it more from a facts and figures standpoint, and the black folks are looking at it more from an emotional standpoint and or peer pressure. Now, the reason why I say that, I don't assign racism to the white people at all, because the officer in question is black. So if it's a racial thing, then it wouldn't even really matter. You know, they'll send him in jail just because he's black. It's not a racial thing. They look at it from facts and figures and the evidence. And the black folks look at it like, well, I'm black and this is social justice and this is for my ancestors and this is for people that are my friends and family who are looking at me to do something quote unquote right. Because we have conscripted Freddie Gray and his tragic end as a part of black lore. You have Freddie Gray on the mural in Baltimore right next to Dr. Martin Luther King. If I could find a picture, I'll place it right here. The charges were second degree assault, involuntary manslaughter, reckless endangerment, and officer misconduct. Now, how do you get that from the evidence that's presented? All that I've seen that's been available to the public media is the fact that they said that Freddie Gray asked for medical attention and that he didn't receive it. But the response that I've seen for that is that when they asked him, you know, what's the actual problem, he wasn't able to convey it, or he didn't convey it. So you have to be able to get from that evidence that it was an intentional, reckless endangerment that cost Freddie Gray his life. Looking at it from a non-emotional standpoint, you can't do that. But see, this case is so much deeper than just what it is on the surface to the people that are involved and to the people on the outside looking in. You have many different players involved. You have one Mr. Billy Murphy, and I'll put his picture right here. You may have seen him in a TV show called The Wire. Matter of fact, roll it.
So are we partners or what?
No, Clay. I don't pick so much as a single juror without the full amount of my fee being paid. If you want Billy Murphy on your case, you got to pay to put him there.
I got a taste for you right up front, a good 5-figure taste. But you asking for me to pay a winner's fee right up front, and you know what? I ain't a winner yet. Right now, with the sword hanging over my head, I don't have the kind of financial support at my disposal that I would ordinarily be able to rely upon. You feel?
So the money boys are laying off, huh?
Oh, they thinking short when they should be thinking long. Shameful shit. 25,000. 25,000 more when you see the jury.
I don't work that way.
I know you don't, partner. I know you don't. And normally, I wouldn't dream of asking you to suit up for game day with my tab as it is.
200,000 when I get you out from under this mess. And Clay, don't fuck me. Don't even think about fucking me out of a single part of that fee.
Oh, Billy, you talk as if you don't know me. I'm disappointed. I am. My brother, let's be fair. I'm providing you with the opportunity to go head to head with the state's attorney in a case that's going to be front page news. For all that profile, shit, partner, you should be paying me a fee. Seriously, dog, for 20,000 cash to my campaign committee, I'll get myself indicted federal, let you go to trial on that. Beat the feds like a stepchild and really make a name for yourself. Fuck you? No, son, I'm gonna make you. Motherfuckers gonna be wiping their ass with Johnny Cochran's memory and carrying your business card in every damn pocket before we done.
No, I already got more rep than any lawyer would ever need. Why don't you save that silver-tongued bullshit for the jury?
He was in The Wire. You saw him. He went by his full name, his regular name, and you see kind of what was going on. Now, if you're not familiar with The Wire is a show, or it was a show that came on HBO, and it was about the drug trade and the police and the media and everything in Baltimore, right? Billy Murphy is a well-known civil rights type of guy, an attorney in Baltimore. He went on there and basically played himself. I'm not going to sit here and say he's corrupt because I know he's a lawyer and I don't want to get sued for slander. But at the same time, many of these people that you see on TV a lot that are involved in politics on a local level don't even care about flaunting their corruption. They do it right in front of your face. And what you going to do about it? Billy Murphy is an old school player. He's one of the old school people that's in the game. But you have a new crop of young, quote unquote, civil rights superstars. There's like the video I did about this guy right here. Remember this guy, the stare down artist? One Mr. Lamont Record out of Chicago. Rabble rouser. He's seen himself on Fox News. He's seen himself get a lot of press. Now all of a sudden he wants to be a civil rights superstar. And before that, he was doing, quote unquote, civil rights activism. Now you also have this guy right here, one Mr. Kwame Rose. Now, if he doesn't look familiar, he was doing something on Fox News a while ago as well, and he got a lot of attention before the situation that happened in Chicago. Now, I'm not trying to say it was inspiration for what happened in Chicago. I'm not trying to say anything. Really, what I'm pointing out is a pattern of behavior and how when these behaviors happen, you end up having negative results. I'm going to talk about negative results, but go ahead and check this out.
Intellectually, having no, don't walk away once we start talking. That's the problem. Because you want to report that we're thugs and we're breaking shit. You got these two big black dudes protecting you from all these black folks. We're the ones that need protection. Report for us. You're working for Fox News. Adam Jackson just went on Sean Hannity. Why are you running away? I'm not running.
He's running. He got Corona on the run, y'all. Look at this. He got Corona on the run.
Talk to me. He just talked to me. Just talk to me.
Hey, Gerardo, we don't
It's a conversation. Yeah, because you're not replying. Because we are angry. But listen, a black man can raise his voice. A black man can raise his voice, and you don't have to be intimidated. Because I want you and Fox News to get out of Baltimore City. Because you're not here reporting about the boarded up homes and the homeless people under MLK. You're not reporting about the poverty levels up and down North Avenue. 2 years ago, when the 300-man march, and we marched from the top of Hilton to from Hilton and North to Milton and North, you weren't here. But you're here for the black riots that happened. Right? You're not here. You're not here for the death of Freddie Gray. You're here for your story. No, I want to talk to you without the cameras. Hey, this is not for YouTube. This is serious. I want the cameras off. I want the cameras off. I want the white media out of Baltimore City until y'all are here to report the real story.
You see what he did? Same kind of situation as the boy in Chicago, Lamont Record. You know, yelling at people, staring people down, getting in the way, acting the fool, calling yourself some type of, civil rights activist. He's out there today in Baltimore, getting arrested in front of the courthouse, which is being protected by Baltimore police. You could see him being arrested right here. Pretty boy. You know, I don't think he's really a thug or anything like that. It looks like he might come from the suburbs and come into Baltimore to rabble rouse and to get a lot of attention, maybe even become a civil rights superstar, just like this guy right here, one Mr. D. Ray McKesson. Now, you may think, oh, why are you picking on those guys? Why you keep highlighting them? Look, these people are cancers to the black community because what they do is not so much just get attention for themselves. What they end up doing is making the community in which they are doing rabble rousing in worse. D-Ray, once he went to Ferguson, Missouri, after the Mike Brown situation, you had a homicide rate increase. D-Ray also went to Baltimore, Maryland, right after Freddie Gray. And here we are in December the 16th, 2015, with 330 homicides in Baltimore, which is nearly an all-time record. And the all-time record was set in a point where you had 300,000 more people in the city. So the homicide rate is off the charts, something that has not been seen before. And this is what we have now. You have people that come in these cities or that are produced by these cities They want to get a lot of attention. They rabble rouse, and they end up making the situations worse for the people that have to live there, for the people that don't have a way out to live in a better community. This is what happens. Back to Freddie Gray. I think there's 5 more officers that have to go through trials. Miss Marilyn Mosby overcharged these officers to quell the tension that was going on in the city with all the rioting. And same thing with Miss Stephanie Rawlins Blake. She's in cahoots. But see, this was the wrong thing to do because now someone has to fall. I was watching the lawyer earlier, defense attorney Warren Brown, talking to a reporter outside of the courthouse right after the trial. He was saying that this same thing will happen in each trial because it's going to be divided along racial lines. And at a certain point, they'll have to do some type of plea deal. They'll have to try to get the officers to roll on each other. And I think they'll stand tall because I think that they're willing to take it to Supreme Court. If I was their lawyer, if I was their counsel, I would say take it all the way to Supreme Court. I don't think Mr. Billy Murphy will be able to do anything with the Supreme Court. Once it gets there to the Supreme Court, I think his power will be extinguished. And truth be told, I don't think Billy Murphy really cares because he already got his money. Freddie Gray's family already got a $6.4 million settlement. And since Billy Murphy was a pro bono or is a pro bono attorney, he gets 33% of that. You know, he's got a cool couple million in his pocket. He's good. And he was already rich before that, so it doesn't even really matter. You know, he's just the same old song, same old Baltimore. The same thing he was doing in that video clip, that's what's going on. Everybody's trying to eat. You got these guys, these fake civil rights activists trying to become popular. It's like trying to become a rapper. You get a little bit of attention. Your mixtape sells 1,000 copies. You get put on TV. You get put on World Star. And now all of a sudden you want to capitalize on it. It's the same thing going on here. You got these guys in different cities that want to become civil rights superstars. They want to get TV time. They want to get attention. They may eventually want to try to get money and or use that platform to promote whatever they want to promote. You got guys that are in the establishment, Billy Murphy, Stephanie Rawlins Blake, one Miss Marilyn Mosby, and her husband, Nick Mosby, who's on the city council. Marilyn Mosby is the mayor. Stephanie Rawlins Blake is a state's attorney for Baltimore, and Nick Mosby is a Baltimore city councilman. All black, of course. Most of Baltimore City is black, population-wise, city council-wise, police force-wise, firefighter-wise. Everything is black for the most part. So the race angle can't really be used here. The officers need to get off. They need to go back home to their families. What happened to Freddie Gray was unfortunate, but I don't think it's enough evidence to say that these officers are guilty of doing anything more than just driving the van like they normally do. But that's all I got for now. If you like what you heard, please rate, comment, share, subscribe. Peace.